Hello and welcome to Tinie Corner, where we talk about things and stuff over a cup of coffee. My name's Anon.
And I'm Cindy.
Well,
What episode is this?
4, I believe.
Yeah?
I just created a folder for it, so I think it's 4.
Okay.
How are you?
I am good. I was going to say good, but I'm a little bit tired. As you probably can see, things are a little bit different around here. Do you notice anything? Comment below.
Jesus Christ.
Well, first of all, I look different because I just came back from a job.
Mm-hmm.
So I got some styling done. And then we have different mics. We don't really want to get too much into it. But we hope it sounds good.
It's purely my call for doing this. Very
it's okay,
guilty.
they don't need to know the details.
Okay. Basically, it just improves the sound quality and my quality of life of editing. Since I'm not good at editing, I'm just gonna hope that the equipment can help me.
What is this episode about?
Right. It's gonna be about video games.
Yeah, we decided like 1 hour ago that we're gonna do this, but I mean, it's something that is basically consuming our life right now and has been for the past 20 years. So we thought it was a good thing to talk about it.
Yeah. Oh, ow. I just need my mind into my chin. Yes.
I did it with a football once. So like,
please do tell.
Okay, real quick. I'm just gonna go into it really quickly because you know how you had to play sports in
like
middle school
kinda?
Stuff like that. Yeah, so we were forced to go on like this football game that had like you had to compete with other schools basically. So this was back in Sweden, and I ended up on the girls' football team, and I had no idea how to play football.
Which position were you in?
I don't know. I ran a lot.
Are you standing towards a goal?
I was like in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and I ran a lot.
Midfield.
Yeah, but yeah, so you know when the ball goes outside and you have to throw it in, the other team did that, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna catch it, and like do something cool and like pass it down to a friend.
The overhead bicycle kick, and
I was just like, I'm gonna do something cool. I'm just not gonna like run to like catch it with my feet. I'm gonna kick it with my knee. And I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did it like pretty well,
mm-hmm.
except I looked down at the same time.
I mean, it's understandable because like, if you want to coordinate like your sights, your visual with your like your body parts.
Yeah, I was like watching it come. So I was like, okay, it's going to hit the knee right here. So I looked down and then I kicked it with my knee.
Big brain.
And
just like I'm going to calculate the trajectory of the ball.
Yeah, it was very embarrassing.
That's fine.
But I was like 11, so
11, that's fine.
But like when you're in school, everything that happens in school is like your whole universe. So something embarrassing happening is like
you'll get teased over for the rest of your life.
That. Good memories. Anyway, video games.
Video games, yes.
Video games never hurt me. Most of the time.
You sure about that?
I mean, when have you been hurt by a video game?
Physically or mentally?
Both.
Physically, it could be from playing Wii Sport. Like, the punching thingy?
True.
Because I never exercise. I just go like, oh, it's a punching game. So it's like...
And you don't feel it until
and
the
then
next
I got
day.
like muscle sore.
Yeah.
And mentally, Dark Souls.
Okay, fair. I never played Dark Souls though. I know you want me to play it.
You totally should. Oh, by the way, she starts streaming as well.
Oh yeah, I started streaming. So link down below to my Twitch channel. I bit the thing. I'm still not used to this. I keep like biting the foam.
This is why the dude at the music shop kind of warned us about
biting the foam.
Not biting, but like keep hitting, so it's kind of like dampens a little bit. So thank you, good guy.
Yeah, he was really nice. You said.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I started streaming. I haven't really figured it out yet, but it's kind of fun. I mean, I like when people join and just hang out.
That's good.
While I experience games. Right now I'm streaming. The last time I streamed, I did Spiritfarer, which is basically a Harvest Moon / Spirited Away kind of thing, where you guide spirits to the next life. It's very cozy. It's very
The art style is super cute.
It's so cute. That's basically why I downloaded it, because Steam had the sale.
Yeah, summer sales.
Mm.
Luckily, I spent again my money on the new equipment, so I didn't want to spend too much on the games because
So
it
I
will
just-
also.
On the games.
Yep.
I got so many, but I got like, the lower priced ones. I didn't get any major.
I've seen like some of the games you got is pretty, quite renowned to be very, very good quality as well.
Mm.
And it's been out for a while, so it's quite cheap.
Yeah.
get.
I mean, I got Danganronpa, so I'm excited to play that.
haven't
Because
played
the
that.
thing is, like, way back, I watched the whole playthrough. I forgot to play it, but somebody played the whole thing and I watched it. And then I watched the anime, and it's just so chaotic and fun.
I've never seen the anime of that one.
It's a mess, but it's great.
I didn't recognize the half white, half black bear.
Yeah.
Puma.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah.
That's all I recognize from that series.
And it's like pink blood.
Is
Because
it?
it's censored. Yeah.
Ah.
It's great. But yeah, I got that. And then I sent you like the list, but I kind of got a bunch.
Little Misfortune.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited to play
I
that.
saw it on your desktop.
Yes, Little Misfortune. My coworkers persuaded me to buy Don't Starve Together, and then I got this guy to join me as well.
On the very last couple hours of the
The
sales.
sale.
I was like, okay, I'm just going to get it.
It's very fun, but it's also something I've yet to figure out.
It's very confusing because she had a couple of runs before I went to the game.
So I just know the basics.
Yeah, then I went in, it's like, teach me. I know nothing. And then I kept getting lost because of the character I chose. Apparently it has to be like
guess.
very limited, I get like friendly detecting range.
Yeah. I mean, I've only played one character, so I'm sure that a lot of people watching knows the game better because it's kind of popular. It's kind of the new It game, I guess, because it's multiplayer.
Right.
But
Because it's a sequel as well, isn't it?
yeah, so at first it was only a single player game,
Mhm.
and it's one of those survival games. So you just have to like figure out how to stay alive. But now, since it's a multiplayer game, and since we're still in the Panini, it's just another game you can play together.
Hmm.
But basically, for those who don't know, it's kind of like you wake up in this world and you had to figure out how to survive, and there's like stuff attacking you, and you have to build stuff and make camp, and then apparently those dogs,
Yeah.
they apparently appear every 6 days.
Oh.
Apparently, from what I heard today from a coworker, and then the easiest way to kill them is to make them get killed by something else.
Okay. Yeah, because like
Yeah.
I looked up a guide after a failed first run. So apparently it can go on for months, right? And we failed I died.
We got quite far.
I died day 10.
Yeah.
Like
Which
I
is
died
pretty
like
good for a first run.
twice or 3 times in a row. And then when I looked up like the guide or like the tips, it said you should be set with your own base on day 7. I was like, we didn't build shit on day 7.
So I was showing you stuff. I was
True,
like, look at this
true.
thing. Yeah. But I'm sure we're going to get better at that. I also got... Man. I got Cat in a Box, I think it is called.
Never heard of that.
So it's like basically like RPG Maker kind of style,
Mm-hmm.
where it's a horror game-ish.
Oh,
You're a YouTuber,
okay.
and you go into this haunted house,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to like solve what's going on, basically. But there's a lot of twists, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exciting. But I'm probably gonna stream that because I don't want to experience it alone. I'm kind of scared.
I'll watch with you.
Yeah.
Like a teeny tiny screen. I'm scared of like those kind of games. I'm very horrible at horror stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing for me, because I love horror stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but I get scared very easily too. So I think it's called Cat in a Box. But yeah, I mean, I'll check. catch me on Twitch. I'll review all of the games I got. But yeah. Other than that, what we've been playing lately?
Destiny.
Yes, but you've been playing it for a long time.
I've been playing basically from like day one, from 7 years ago, I think. Still playing on Destiny 2. And I think that is his only game that's take up so much of my time. I probably have like thousands of hours clocked in already in Destiny 1 and 2. But yeah, I've been playing like many different games before. Basically, as I have stated in the previous episodes, that I am a nerd, and yeah, I play a lot of games.
Yeah, we're also playing Phantasy Star Online 2.
New Genesis.
New Genesis. That's the full name.
No, they don't. They cut out the 2.
Oh, really?
It's Phantasy Star New Genesis.
New Genesis.
Because Phantasy Star 2 still exists.
Yeah, actually, it's the same game, but when you go into the game, you can choose which part of it you want to play in.
Yep.
So New Genesis released last month.
Question mark? Probably around
it's
there.
July now, yeah. Yeah. So it released last month, and everybody was super excited. So we kind of played a few months back for Phantasy Star Online 2.
Yeah.
And
we
then
played about like 2 or 3 months before, like, I found out that like, oh, it got released. Like the new one got announced.
Yeah.
And then
since it's gonna like be released anyway, we were like, okay, let's wait. And I think everybody did that for a while because it like died.
Yeah.
And then the servers were just like broken on the first day of New Genesis.
That's basically happened to every single game that like the people just like, oh my God, the new games. And then they went in and then like less than a month after it just like plateauing the level of player.
But I'm going to be honest though, like I'm really enjoying the character creation for New Genesis, but I feel like maybe it's because it just started, but it's not that much to do in that world.
Oh, you mean like the game itself?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they release roadmaps of like, what's going to happen, everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I mean, even though the Phantasy Star itself has been out for, I don't know, 12 years by now, because they, what's called, overhaul the entire graphic. So they treat it as a new game, which is a very great thing to do. So because they still keep the old crowd.
Yeah, you can still like go back and play the old version, which is good. But then you get so used to the new graphics.
But then they also joined the storage system, which I don't know why.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They like increased the overall, but then like you still have your old items in the same storage.
But you can't really use most of them in the new world. It's a bit complicated, but I think that it's gonna get more fun than it is. It looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
It looks so good. But you need to have a good computer to run like the full graphic.
And computers aren't cheap right now.
Yeah, very hard to find. We got really lucky with ours.
Yeah, we bought second hands.
Yeah. But please add in character from New Genesis.
Yes, I will do that.
What else? I still play Genshin.
Genshin Impact?
Yeah, Genshin Impact.
By Mihoyo.
By Mihoyo. So, yeah. I mean, it's been kind of slow lately, but I kind of want to get back into it because the story is still going and they're going to get that, the sexy electric goddess.
Is it the thick thigh ladies?
Yeah, the one I showed you. So, like, I think everybody know what Genshin Impact is by now because it's kind of been
one of them. It blew up in like half a year.
Yeah, because it's kind of infamous but famous at the same time. So it got known because it copied a lot of other games.
It got so much shit when it first announced, and it was like the demo at E3, I believe. It got so much shit.
Yeah. It looks basically the same as Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And
very similar mechanics.
Yeah. And it's owned by the same company as
Honkai Impact?
Yeah, Honkai Impact, which you've probably seen an ad for. And it looks basically the same. Like, people are speculating that it's the same universe.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like, maybe it's different universe, but they're gonna, like, collaborate. We don't know yet.
Just like collaborating yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Obama meme. Yeah, but the thing is though, even though it's true, like they are copying a bunch of other games, which are like, those games are like great. But they do it so well.
Well, yeah,
they
like
copy it so well.
yeah, because like after it got released, no one talks shit about the mechanics because
it runs so smoothly.
Yeah.
Like there's of course there's like bugs and stuff. There was like one, did I show you when there was like a floating like mushroom and stuff?
No, I've seen Albedo got turned into like a tree.
Oh yeah, Albedo got turned into a tree. I found a floating mushroom, which is not supposed to happen.
Nice.
But yeah, there's a bunch of little glitches, but they're kind of fun.
Oh yeah, like I'm the one who kind of dragged her into this game, and then I stopped playing it because for the longest time it's on mobile phone, and we did not have PC.
Yeah, at that
back
time.
then, and Destiny just kind of kept releasing new expansions. So I was like, I'm just gonna.
So you like step back into Destiny, and I wasn't playing Destiny at that time, so I was like, I'm just gonna continue this.
Yep. It's also a gacha game.
Yeah.
If you don't know what gacha game is, it's basically
it's a devil's game.
You're playing lottery most of the time.
Yeah, but
it is possible to, as the EA people call it, it's a surprise mechanics. You don't need to spend a single dime on it, but if you do, it will make your life so much easier, and it will open up like 50% more what the game could offer you.
Not really for Genshin, you don't really get that much more in terms of like easier gameplay with gacha. But the thing with Genshin is that it's packed with waifus and husbandos.
I mean, like some characters are like actually OP as well.
Yeah, but you can get through the whole game with just the base characters.
Oh yeah,
like easily.
There's one Japanese dude like did that. They got like everyone to like max rank without spending a single yen. They didn't even like did a gacha thing where like you randomize your reward that could give you a character. He did not do that. It's like, yeah, this game is fine.
Yeah, because there's a lot of story in it. So if you're more interested in the story, which is pretty good. I mean, they talk a lot, but if you play it in like dub version, it's pretty easy to listen to. The dub is not that bad.
It's not bad at all.
I play it in Japanese, like it's originally Chinese, but I play it in Japanese because I like how it sounds like anime. But yeah,
yes, we're weeb.
Yes, unfortunately, but the English dub is not that bad at all. So
I don't
you can just listen to it in
who
the
they
background.
use for English dubs, but for the Japanese voice, they use like
proper
big
voice
shots.
actors.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I saw this, I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. I think that almost every Chinese voice actor for the game also streams. Like the majority of them actually streams the game too, so it's really fun to watch. It's just like a really nice community. Of course, the bigger community gets, the more toxic it gets. But as long as you can avoid that part, it's really nice.
Because like there was this one drama where like they got so pissed at leakers for the content, and then they like tried to sue them or whatever, and then they gave up and they started leaking their own info instead.
Yeah, this is about MiHoYo, like the company. So most what's it called, like Japanese RPG games, is they get a lot of leaks, especially gacha and story ones. So it's a very normal thing, and a lot of people argue that it's a good thing because it creates hype. On the other hand, often the company says that it takes away money from the company because then people can plan if they want to spend money on the next character because they can see what comes after that character. So yeah, it was a whole ordeal about that. But then because it didn't provide like a roadmap for the game, people were saying that like, if you want to get rid of like spoilers, then you should at least do a roadmap.
Yeah. So they still don't do that.
Kinda. They
got a little bit better.
They got a little bit better.
But then they start leaking their own stuff instead.
Yeah. they're deciding what to leak now.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I like the mechanics and everything.
Like the combat and stuff is very, very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So good games for mobile phone.
It's not
amazing.
bad at all for mobile as well. Like as long as you get
You can
used
actually
to
run like 1080p 60 FPS on your mobile, and that's ridiculous. And it just drains your battery like crazy.
Yeah, but it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I remember because when I was playing it on phone, I lowered the graphics so much that. Do you remember when I started playing it on computer? I was like, "Look at this!"
Yeah, she kept sending me like,
Can you?
yeah, she kept sending me screenshots, and I was like,
of my
whoa.
Yeah.
She's so OP.
Yeah, she's pretty good. I mean, she's not the best, I would say, right now because they have.
But she got thick thighs.
Yeah,
And she got horns.
But I think that the new character, the dancing lady, Asura, she has bigger thighs.
Yes.
I think she has the little.
Oh my god, yes.
I think.
I'm coming back to the game. I need water. Please carry on the show. I'm gonna go grab water.
Okay, you do that. Yeah, I think that's most of the things we're playing right now. Yeah, Destiny, Genshin, and PSO. And I'm also playing Spiritfarer, but I kind of want to, because I've figured that with Spiritfarer, it's better experience alone, I would say. It's a very laid back game, so I just want to play it like when I'm lazy. So I'm thinking of doing Little Misfortune on stream.
So that's another horror game, is it?
Little Misfortune.
Spooky game?
Not really. From what I've heard, it's more of a choose your own adventure kind of thing. It's been out for a while, so for those who watch like gamers on YouTube or like streamers, you've probably already seen it. But it's basically like you're a little girl and you have to like choose things throughout your adventure. You get tricked to go outside by this voice.
Oh.
And the narrator, which is the voice, will like guide you through the adventure.
Right. But you can get tricked by him?
I don't know. That's the game. Like we don't know who he is.
Okay.
But he tells you to go outside.
Right.
And Misfortune is, just kind of like happy-go-lucky. So she's just like, okay. But it's a little bit, it's not horror, but it's like dark.
Spoopy?
No, dark. Not
Got
spoopy, but like her parents are kind of, not okay. And there's like a lot of like dark jokes.
Oh yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
Like you've kind of just find a body hanging randomly and yeah, stuff like that. But it seems pretty good, so I'm excited to play that. What I want to know, because I've been talking a lot, is how you got into playing games. So
this goes back like 20 years ago. So I'm the youngest one in the house in the Chinese family, so I have many, many cousins. And since I'm the youngest one, I'm slowly like get to play from like the consoles from the older cousins, and eventually once they stop playing, I just inherit it. So I got to play Nintendo 64, which is in my bedroom now. PlayStation 1, like the first series where it's from Japan, so you need like a proper like what's called thingy that config. What's called go down. Ooh, the whole thing came off.
Oh no.
A transformer that changed the Japanese electrical power from. This is not working out.
Can you push it in more? Cut. We're back.
And I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
You were talking about the fortune cookie?
Huh? Right.
Yeah.
So in the first series of PlayStation, I think in Thailand at least, we have to import it in from Japan, and it didn't get to convert the electrical system, so it only takes like 110 volts, something like that, which is not the case in Thailand. It's 220 to 240.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got like that massive block that comes with the power cable.
Oh, like a transformer?
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's like I got that.
I see.
Sitting in my house right now. I actually destroyed that by accident.
How did you destroy it?
Because PlayStation consoles, they use the same shape of the cable at the back of the machine.
So you plug in the wrong one.
Yeah. Because I thought, I was like, oh, it's the same one. I completely forgot about that. So yeah. And so I inherited those two. But Game Boys, I got to play that as well. If I remember correctly, I also did play Sega Mega Drive.
Ooh.
Because I remember owning or like, touching the game, what's it called? Not disc. Cassette? Game. Yeah, that. The game harmonica. Yeah, whatever the pronoun of that thing is.
Whatever the pronoun of that thing is.
I'm terrible at English. What's it called?
The name of it? Like the word.
Whatever that object is called. I remember seeing it. So my parents probably throw it away.
Mm-hmm. Nothing.
So my parents probably throw like the actual machine away, the consoles. And once I remember that, I was like, oh, how could you do that?
Father, no.
Yeah, no. What have you done? So yeah, so that's how I got into like gaming. And since I have like many cousins, it was very, very fun. It was like great memories of,
playing together.
Families got together, like 3 of the youngest one teaming up, trying to get like the oldest one, and we still lose anyway because he owns a console. And yeah, just like it's in my blood now.
I never had that, like, because I'm the oldest one.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one younger sister, and we never really. I have cousins, but we never, really got together to play games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time that my sister was old enough to play games, I was already, like a teenager.
You were that in an emo phase.
It was more like I loved playing games, like since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, let's start from the beginning. So like the first one I remember having was also that harmonica that you had to, and it was like Mario or something. And my mom gave it away, so I can't really remember that much of it. But I very, very clearly remember my Game Boy Color because I brought it everywhere. This like, my parents have like childhood pictures of me in Thailand and me being like the emo little kid. Like I was just like, don't talk to anybody, just on my Game Boy.
What's your color of your Game Boy?
Pink.
Got purple.
It's pink. It's just funny because I didn't even like pink. But my parents got it for me. Like, I love pink now. But yeah.
Back then.
I was, rebellious. Like, I don't want the girl color. But yeah, I got pink. It was like darker pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always playing like... Did I tell you about this? So I used to play Pokemon a lot, like Pokemon Red.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was a fake copy, because we have like a bunch of the fake games here in Thailand. I couldn't save it.
No.
So every single time I closed my Game Boy, I had to replay it from the beginning.
Hi, are you a boy or a girl?
Yeah, but like being a kid, I loved it. I was like, oh, whatever. This is a game. I'm having fun, So it's like, just like go for it.
Imagine like doing that now. You'd be pissed.
It was the same with my, because eventually I got like an actual console, and I got Kingdom Hearts.
1 or 2?
2.
So then
Game 2 with
PS2.
Roxas. Yeah. So it had the same issue with that, but that was like official one. But at that time, my parents didn't really know anything about games either, so they didn't really
Buy your memory card.
I don't know what was wrong with it because like I couldn't save that specific game, but I could save other games.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was probably something wrong with the copy, but I just never thought of like asking my parents to like drive me to GameStop and like change it.
by the way, for those who lived outside of Thailand, during PS1 and PS2 era, we rarely have
The official games.
like legitimate copies of the game.
Mm.
We don't really have a video game dealer or like GameStops, those kind of stuff. We don't have it. So we have like a
Like
small
markets.
retailers
Yeah.
actually like copying the game and burn it down to the disc and sell it off for like a fraction of the actual price.
It comes like in like it's like this but plastic, and it comes like this.
Like
and,
old school like CD plastic seal.
Yeah, and it's just like a printed out like on like A4 paper, like the cover.
Folded in half.
Yeah, it was really bad, but like it worked. Like
Yeah.
as a kid, you don't really care.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
And then like I found, because like my first experience of buying actual game was when I moved to Australia.
Oh, so it was that long?
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
because PS. Okay, video game history. PS1 come out in 1994, right? Usually one cycle lasts for about 6 years. So PS2 came out in around 2000 and around 2000. So PS3 came out. I didn't buy it yet because it was like super fucking expensive when it first came out. So by the time I got it, it was already like, you know, the later generations. When I was 16, approximately, in 2011, around there. So I got PS3. And when I look at the price of the game, I was
Shocked.
so surprised. I was so shocked. It was like, what do you mean this game costs like 3,000 baht?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because like I'm so used to buying games for like 100 baht max.
Yeah, I didn't have that because like since I grew up in Sweden, the norm over there was to just buy it from GameStop. But since we used to go to Thailand almost every year, my parents would be like, "You can just wait until we go to Thailand," and I wouldn't mind too because like buying it in Sweden versus buying it in Thailand, I could get like 5 times the games.
Yeah.
In Thailand, so it's like okay, sure, and it was like a paradise going in. I could choose whatever I want.
But could you play the games that you bought from Thailand?
Sometimes.
Yeah,
So that was a
like,
gamble.
because like you need to actually jailbreak it, the system. So and then Sony kind of actually arrested the guy and threatened to like sue him for like $1 gazillion. That's why the guy who did it stopped. So the last one he did was on PS3.
I think if I remember correctly, I brought my Game Boy Color to Thailand to do that.
Oh,
I think I did. I can't. I was so young, but yeah, I started with that, and then I stopped for. Oh, I did PC gaming, so I did like
same.
Maple Story, of course.
Yes.
I did a few other ones, but I can't really remember. I just remember like LARPing with my boys.
Nice.
Yeah, so we would stay up all night to just like play. I was never really into shooting games. That's why it took me so long to like actually try Destiny, because I don't get the hype of shooting games.
Destiny mechanics is just so smooth.
Yeah, I will admit that. Like Destiny is probably the only one I've enjoyed from what I've tried.
Like the movement is it got weight to it. It's very satisfying to like, you know, just move around, like double jump, use abilities.
Yeah.
The gunplay is also very like, it sounds satisfying just to play.
Yeah. The thing that so what he did to get me into Destiny though is he made me watch, or like he actually just showed it to me, this lore video, which is like 2 hours long or more.
Yeah, 2 hours maybe.
2 hours plus. And it's just like lore about Destiny. And it's very confusing. I watched it twice. And then I was basically hooked. And I was like, yeah, this is my kind of shit. I love story-based stuff. So
Son of a bitch, I'm in.
you got me. Yeah, and then here I am. Yeah, even PSO, I was kind of skeptical about it because it's also very much like attack-based.
The storytelling of PSO2 is cancer. Straight up cancer.
It is like, I had to force myself to do the story mode in PSO2. And then you watched the anime.
I actually watched the anime.
I didn't, but
So I was so curious about the stories. And then YouTube miraculously showed me there's an anime on it, which is actually free to watch. It's like a legit entire season of it. And it was just as bad. There was like there was so many moments where like the quality just dropped.
You showed me a few clips. It's such a shame though, because like the actual story of PSO is pretty interesting. Like it's this whole, alien stuff, and like you fight elves and you can be an elf, and there's like evil people,
And then there's
like
time traveling,
and then there's an idol.
Oh yeah.
She's my favorite character. I love her so much. But yeah, there's a bunch of shit going on, and they just don't know how to tell people about it.
I mean, that game is 13 years old.
And they still haven't figured it out.
No. They just like, it's too late to stop that now. So they just build on top of that.
And even in the New Genesis, I don't know how we got back to this, but even in New Genesis, the storytelling is better because you actually get to do it. It's like open world, right? So you actually get to run around, like do the story. Because like in
PSO2?
In PSO2, it was just...
It's like a lobby based.
Yeah, you walk into the scene and then you go through a bunch of dialogue and then you walk out. And then it's the end of that chapter.
It's a what's it called? A light novel.
Yeah, it's a light novel, game version.
Visual novel. That's a word, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. But yeah, so in PSO New Genesis, you get to actually walk around. The only thing that gets me though is that the characters are so annoying. So annoying.
Oh, you mean like the NPCs?
Yeah. No, like the side characters.
Yeah,
or like the main
NPCs.
characters of the story.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, it killed my father, but oh well, I'm fine.
I'm fine. And then
no, I can't. I'm actually traumatized.
Yep.
But no, I'm fine. It's like,
I gotta be stronger because I don't want to be the dead weight for the team. Yeah, that is the story.
It's very confusing. Like, I think that they know that people are addicted to this game anyway, so they can do whatever they want. And then they have like these like side stories, the YouTube ones.
Huh?
The ones that they show like on the cinema.
Oh, the Komi.
Yeah, they have like little skits about the players too.
Those ones are great.
And they're great. And I'm like, why don't you do this for the story?
And they have English dub for that.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Where were we? How did we get on Fantasy Star?
I don't know. You kind of change the topic.
No, you changed the topic.
No, you changed the topic.
Rewind. It's this way. I said I like story-based. I think and I don't like shooting.
Yeah, Destiny.
Yeah. Destiny is story-based.
What else did I play? But yeah, anyhow, so back even further. So I basically owns every single console of Sony because I do have PSP as well. I got it for very cheap because I got the old version one. And of course, jailbreaking. And by the time I own myself a PSP, I know how to download games.
Yeah.
Internet.
Yeah.
I own so many stuff from just like inheriting and asking my amazing parents to buy it for me because I don't really spend money on anywhere else. I don't really go shopping, buy clothes. I was like, Dad, can I buy this gaming machine?
Yeah, it was the same for me. I only got like games or manga or books. I used to read a lot of books.
I have like a fuck ton of mangas.
Yeah, so that was uses. Oh yeah, I was talking about PC games. I got into PC games after Game Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So yeah, I got into PC games and I stopped that for a while because the good ones started requiring more specs for the PCs, and I didn't have that. So I stopped for a long time. I think all the way to when we moved to Thailand, we got a Wii to play with the family.
Nice.
So we got a Wii because we were like, my parents were like, everybody in the family can enjoy this, and it's fun games. It's like active games. You can play sports on it, stuff like that. And this is where I get it back into how I was the oldest. So we got a bunch of games, specifically Mario Kart. So we got Mario Kart, and everybody was really excited to play. And then after just a few rounds, everybody stopped playing except me.
Of course.
And I was asking them like, why don't you play? And they look at me and they go, we don't want to play with you because you always win.
God damn.
Don't blame me because I'm good.
It got competitive, huh?
They got competitive.
Yeah.
I just like play. But like now my sister is pretty good. But
So
back then she was like, nah, I still play with her when I can. But the thing is like, because my parents, it's a bit harder to get into this kind of stuff when you're older as well. Yeah. And then I was at the perfect age to get good. And then my sister was, 10 years younger than me. So
it's my time to shine.
Naturally, I was the best player. And then the Wii just ended up being there because nobody used it because nobody wanted to play with me.
I had a very love-hate relationship with Wii. That's the first time I have it. It wasn't mine initially. I think my sister's friend kind of bought it and then she gave it to me. But then Nintendo had a region lock system. So whatever game I bought from Thailand did not work with that machine. So I had to sacrifice that and get like Asian region. Unfortunately. And I still play the shit out of it though.
Yeah.
But like for me, PC gaming, I spend a lot of time on PC gaming as well. Unfortunately, I did not get to play like WoW or Lineage, which is like very popular among Thai people.
Skyrim.
Huh?
Skyrim.
No, my English wasn't good enough.
I didn't play Skyrim either because like I stopped at Maple Story.
Skyrim is like 2012.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought people played it when they were younger.
It's Elder Scroll. So Skyrim is just like one installation of it.
Yeah. You're right.
And it's been like reusing for the past 8 years now. But yeah, so Ragnarok Online, I got to play that. I didn't get into Counter-Strike, but I tried. I played another one, which is another online game. It's probably dead by now. Special Force, I think that's the name. I got into Pangya, Korean online golf. Fanta Tennis, I played for a little bit. Maple Story. I think the other one called Ghost something. It looks very much like Maple Story. Yeah, and then a few more. So I played
a lot of PC.
Yeah, quite a bit on PCs. Dragon Nest, I played that one as well. And then I stopped basically right before I moved because I don't have PC anymore and my laptop wasn't made for gaming. So I became a console player for like almost 10 years.
And still am.
Yeah.
With Destiny.
Yes.
Yeah. When my family stopped playing Wii with me, My sister took over because she started taking singing classes.
Mm-hmm.
So she would use the Wii to practice her singing. Because like there's like a singing game.
Rock Band? SingStar?
I don't know. It's a singing game, and she would use that, and she would not stop singing "Rolling in the Deep."
Of course.
Yeah, but I got my PlayStation 2, the Kingdom Hearts 2,
yeah.
PlayStation 2, and then I started playing a bunch of Final Fantasy games. I loved the Vincent Valentine one. Just because he's very husbandal.
What's it called again?
It's just called Vincent Valentine, I think.
This is like the bottom title. The like
I can't
something
remember.
Cerberus. It's a very Dirk of Cerberus, so like weird funny name. So I also get to play that game.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I never finished it for the longest time.
Uh-huh.
I only finished it oh my god, what was it? I think at the end of year 12, because, you know, as I said, like I stopped playing games. I didn't bring my consoles anywhere because it was heavy. So I only got to play my PS2 when it came back. But even then, I would carry my PS3 back because why would I play on the old one?
Yeah.
And then that one time I decided it's too heavy. It's fine. I'm going to be here for like, only 3 weeks. I got really bored.
So you played it?
Yeah, I put it up again. And then I had that disc left in the machine the whole time for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, put it up. And the last time I played was like, like 2010 or something like that. It's like really long time ago. And I finished it.
Yeah, it's not the greatest game though, I wouldn't say.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I left it only one chapter before I could finish it. And I did not know that.
So you just stopped like for years and then you just finished the last chapter?
Yeah, in like 20 minutes. I was like, what? I already forgot the entire freaking stories. What am I doing here? So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that. There's so many games I never finished. I just started playing them. Especially like the fake ones. Because you can just buy them and like just stock them up and you never finish them. I got really into Guitar Hero for the longest time.
Hell yeah.
It was so good. It was really fun until you started discovering like other people online.
Jesus.
Because then you would see them and you were like, oh.
They're just 100% at like expert mode. Yeah. Like, what am I doing in my life now?
Yeah. Like you feel like you're really good at it until you see somebody else play it.
Yeah, the first time I played Guitar Hero 3 through Fire and Flames by Dragon Force.
Of course.
It took me so like weeks before I could finish just the normal difficulty. It's like, yes. And then like now, like later, I'm just looking at someone who just blindfold, expert mode, 200% speed. I was like, what? What?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love rhythm game though.
I played a drum version as well.
Do you play Rock Band or?
I think I played both.
Right.
I think because I had the normal Guitar Hero and then I had like the band version.
Got it.
But Guitar Hero was more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love. Do you play like other rhythm games apart from that?
Not really.
DDR.
I did play DDR. So how I got into DDR actually is
Damn.
I was 14. It was right before I moved to Thailand. I did an exchange journey to UK, and I was stuck in this tiny town called Turkey. It's like really down south. As it's a harbor town, and they had nothing to do there except like
the arcade.
Yeah, the arcade.
Nice.
So me and like my friends would go there basically every single day.
Every single day.
Every single day. There was nothing to do.
Okay, fair.
It's like it's just harbor. Because we were kids too, so we couldn't go clubbing. So it's just like, oh, I guess we'll go to the arcade.
I never really got deep into DDR, but I did play it when I was very young because PS1, right? And the cousin that I got my PS1 from, he also owns the dancing pad. It's like the rubbery, like when you something to like got like squishy sound.
Yeah.
and it's like slides everywhere.
Yeah.
And then you get scolded from your parents because like, stop stomping around the house. I was like, I'm so sorry. So I just go back to like controllers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not sure if that has to do with like me enjoy exploring music in like, when I grow up. But
Maybe.
because like they got some weird funky stuff in there.
They do.
It's yeah. And so because like after that I played, DJ Max, which is on PSP as well. Do you ever get to play that?
No.
It's a Korean rhythm game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like DDR, but instead of like arrows, it's just like tap, just going. Yeah.
I did not play that. So I don't know what game this was. I mentioned this before to you, but I have no idea what it was. But it was really famous for a while, and it was online on the PC, and it was just a rhythm game, like Japanese style.
O2 Jam?
I don't know. I have no idea what it was called, but it was like you play with the keys, and it's just like
let me hang
in
on.
a browser, and you just. I get really good at it, but I have no idea what it was.
let me look it up real quick. O2 Jam.
It was like typical like Guitar Hero style. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's this one.
In Thailand, do you play it? Or
I played it like online.
was it like, do you need like a
I think
proper like launch game or like on websites?
It was like on website.
Oh, then it's not it.
It's not this one.
No.
Because now that I look at it, it's too colorful. It was very sketchy. It was very sketchy, but it was so famous.
It's like a bootleg O2 Jam.
Kind of like that, but really difficult. And it was like, that's why I say Japanese style, because they care more about like the difficulty than like the interface.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you ever get to play Audition?
I did not.
It was massive in Thailand.
Oh yeah?
Massive. Like people would flex and stuff.
I didn't. I missed the whole like Thai gaming.
Even my teacher played it.
Really?
Yeah. I kind of got him to play it. And he got so serious because like he was playing on his laptop. And so Audition is like, again, rhythm game. If you ever play Buster Groove, it's very similar. So you have to need to like complete a sequence of direction arrows before it hit like, the 4/4 beats. And if you were to play the difficult version of it, there's like 8 directions. So you need like a number pad to play it. So he bought like external number pad and just like plug it in his laptop. Yeah. And he would play it
He's
like,
so cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the IT teacher.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
He called himself Vincent.
Oh my God. It's always the IT teacher and the art teacher.
Yeah.
And sometimes the English literature teacher, depending on what school you go to. Yeah, the IT teacher is always cool. Mine would play Naruto soundtracks.
Oh my God.
In class. He was Filipino. Yeah. I felt so bad for him because
Everyone bullied him?
Yeah. Like he was really cool and like laid back. But there was like, because of his accent, people would like make fun of him when he said sheet because it's shit. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think he still teaches there. I'm not sure though. Shout out to you, Teacher Neil.
So let's turn back down a little bit, back to more what's called professional podcast settings.
Okay.
What type of game do you enjoy playing?
Ooh.
Like what genre?
So as I mentioned, I really like story-based games.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why I love the Kingdom Hearts games and Final Fantasy games like back in the day. I think now I still really love story-based games, but I need them to be shorter. I need to have a good time, relaxing time, because it's hard being an adult. So I just want to, sit down and relax.
My time is now not unlimited.
Yes. And I think that you notice this too, because I really enjoy Destiny, but sometimes if it gets too difficult, I get really angry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, why do I have to like expose myself to this difficulty? Because I don't have that thing where I enjoy difficult things.
And not just that, but because like you never really got into like kind of shooting games, so you don't have any muscle memories of like, and you're like the typical universal control of like this kind of game, like you know, press control to crouch, or like press space to jump, or like shift to run. Like you don't have that.
Yeah, when I started playing, so I was going. So Destiny is like you have like the normal what's it called, with the 3 people teams.
Yeah, the fire team.
So you have like
oh, you mean like the classes?
No. I mean the main gameplay thingy where you have 3 people and you go into the thing.
Strike.
Yeah, you have strikes. That's what I was looking for.
Yes.
So you go and have strikes, and it's like, because we only have 2 players, we have to get like a random player. So this is the main thing I had an issue with shooting games too, is I don't like playing with strangers. Like, I don't want to play with strangers. I don't care about strangers unless like I have some kind of interaction with them beforehand, because I need to prepare myself mentally to like interact with somebody, you know. And even though like it was okay with Destiny because it's such a short time, and
people don't usually talk.
People don't usually talk or like interact with you. You just do your thing and get out. So yes, but I was a little bit stressed though, because I was like, I need to do well because somebody else is watching. You know, I can't let down this stranger. Like he got randomly like matched up with me, and I need to do well. Otherwise, what is he gonna think? You know. So it was like that mindset. So I was stressed out and going through this map, and then I was like, there was like this little boulder thing, and I had to go under it. So I asked him like, "Oh, how do I go under it?" He's like, "Oh, just crouch." And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I died. But what do you mean? And he's like, "Oh, just crouch." And I'm like, "But how?
Like, oh,
how do I do that?"
Right. Oh, right. That's what you meant.
Yeah, I got so angry. But yeah, I mean, to somebody who has played these kind of games a lot, it should be obvious.
And just because I've been playing this game for like straight 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it now. But back then I was just like, yeah. But I think that, yeah, so like back to the question, story-based stuff, I really enjoyed, like in recent years, I really enjoyed Undertale. Like a lot. It's so good. And then
it's been sitting in my PS4 for like almost a year now.
Yeah,
I've never played.
It's pretty old considering like games now, but it's still like kind of recent to me compared to, you know, Final Fantasy and stuff like that.
It came out 6 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Because I remember the soundtrack of that game took over the freaking internet.
Yeah.
Because the soundtrack was fucking amazing.
I still listen to the soundtrack.
Same. Like the soundtrack is amazing, and it took over the whole internet. Everyone did a cover of one of the songs. There are a few songs that, you know, Make Love in the Air. What else? Can't think of it.
The robot guy.
What?
The robot guy.
I've
the
never played.
The sexy robot guy.
The fish?
No, the sexy robot.
Oh, yeah,
you guys know who I'm talking about. The sexy robot
okay,
guy.
you gotta get the hair was like...
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember it came out, like those songs came out when I was in Australia. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a while now. God, it's been that long. But yeah, I never get to play yet. And she's been...
Yeah, I understand though, because like you want to play it when you're like in the mood and you have the time to play it, which you should.
When my mind is in the...
But I just worry that
condition.
if you wait too long, it will be too underwhelming.
Was that almost pun intended?
No, but okay. Sure, you can have that. But I mean, like, it's a great game, but it's always like the more you hype up a game, the less
the expectations, yeah,
it's gonna have. But another game I really liked was Night in the Woods.
Never heard of it.
It's kind of similar-ish, but the art is different. So you are this cat person. I think I played the soundtrack for you a few times. So you're this cat person, and you come back to your hometown, because you're taking a break from uni, and then shit is going down, and you have to figure out what's happening. And the character's great, the soundtrack is great, and the story is great. It's really good, but it's a little bit sad-ish. It's really good though. I like it a lot.
Nice.
I really enjoyed Animal Crossing.
Oh, hell yeah.
During the first quarantine. I think that it just came at such a good time for everybody, I think.
It's amazing.
That's why it blew up.
Yeah. The timing was amazing. But unfortunately, I did not get to enjoy that because I was about to buy the game. And then my sister, who doesn't really play game at all, one day she just walked up to me. It's like, do you have your Switch? Like, yeah. Can I borrow it? I want to play Animal Crossing. I'm like, sure. So I handed it to her and she never gave it back for like 2 months, I think. Where she just play every single day.
I mean, everybody did.
And she was raving about this like turnips and whatnot. And so by the time she stopped playing, I wanted to experience like, oh, it's finally my time. And everything's already been unlocked.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Like, there's no tutorial? Like, what's going on here?
Because it's like one island per Switch.
Yeah, I did not know that. And so when she told me that, I was like, well, I guess there's no Animal Crossing for me then.
It's better to start from the beginning, but it's kind of too late now. I tried to get back into it, but it's just not the same. As I said, the timing was just so good.
Yeah.
So I would like, because we had to stay home anyway. So I would just wake up, get breakfast, play Animal Crossing while I eat.
Say hello to villagers.
Say hello to everybody, like build my village, do my little chores, and get some food, continue playing, and then go back to sleep. And that would be
Sometimes
my
I can't tell like if you're talking real life or in game.
This was like in game.
Okay.
But like getting food, I would, okay. You don't have to eat in game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you talking about in game or like?
So I was balling. I had really good like banking system. I did turnip stuff. So I was in the...
Were you turnip mafia?
The stonk market. Yeah. So I just used it to renovate my island. So actually one of the first dates we went on.
Oh yeah.
I showed him my island and I was like, do you want to see my Animal Crossing island? I worked really hard on it.
And I was so impressed that I've got nothing to say.
I thought he was like, oh, this girl is so lame.
Like, I've got nothing to say because my sister never gotten that far of like building island, and she like had themes and everything. Like, oh, I built this with theme of this, and like, I put this here, and then this another that. I was like, what is going on? Like,
I think that most people who were really into Animal Crossing at that time can relate, like, because it was the only way you could really hang out with friends. So what you would do is you would make like because the island is pretty big. Like you can build a lot of stuff on the island. So you would make an area that is purely for pictures. And then you would bring your friend over and you would like take pictures together. And
yeah, then, like I was speechless and she thought I was bored. I was like, no, I am completely like mind blown right now. They're like, what's going on this island?
Let me show up my island. Here's some pictures. Boo, boo, boo. Yeah, my island.
Yeah. Do you ever get to play Bayonetta?
I did not. I only watched gameplay of it, but it looks really fun. But it's also like one of those shooting games, so that's why I never got into it.
It's not that. It's
Isn't
more like hack and slash kind of vibe.
True.
It's like Devil May Cry, but with attitude. Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry with attitude.
Devil like MC. McCry.
McCry. That's my drag name now. Welcome to the stage, Devil McCry.
What?
What's your signature makeups? Just like tears, black tears.
It's just the clown makeup, but with tears.
Oh no, you're scared the audience.
No.
You're scared the Americans.
Who said that? Who was that again?
The Japanese.
The Resident Evil. No. Oh, which one was that? The girl who's a clown?
Huh?
Because it was a character. We read an article recently. That's why he mentioned Americans. It was like some video game character from Japan, and they made a skin for her that is like a clown skin.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed this to you.
I'm trying to think really hard, like what game it is.
It's like
Nintendo?
I don't know, but it's like she has a clown skin, and it got really bad backlash from America because people are scared of clowns. It's like it's in Europe too, but it was mostly from America. So the creator was like, "Oh, I feel like I found Americans' weakness."
Yeah. I think it could be from Nintendo. But yeah, anyhow. Yeah, Bayonetta, it's Devil May Cry with attitude, like sassy girl.
With a MILF.
Yes, she's amazing.
Yeah, play her in Smash.
Oh yeah. Should play it. I'll lend you my PS3 one day.
Okay.
I played the shit out of that game.
Oh, there was one game that I used to play a lot. It was like a puzzle game where you have to survive. So you're like this guy with really curly hair or big hair, and you have to you have a girlfriend with blonde hair, and you have to puzzle game to escape hell. And it's filled with sheep. It's like an anime game. Yes, Catherine. Nice. I used to play that a lot.
You should just start with the girl who wears skimpy dress and sheep.
I mean, that's half of the games.
Yeah. They remake that.
They remade it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I think it's for the newer consoles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't think anything changed, but
just for newer consoles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very confusing, that game. I did not play it. I was tempted because of the blonde sexy lady, but
it's pretty good. It's just very confusing.
Do you ever get to ending?
No. I never finished it, but I tried very hard. But yeah, it was also during I was in school still. When did it come out?
So long ago.
Yeah, so
in PS3 era.
Yeah, so I was still in school, so I didn't have that much time to play. But yeah, I stopped playing games for a long time, and then I got 3DS.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got back into Pokemon.
Cooking Mama on 3DS. Wait, on DS. Sorry, Cooking Mama in DS. And Rhythm Heaven.
I didn't play DS.
Rhythm Heaven and Cooking Mama destroyed my DS.
Oh yeah, I tried to play it on yours. Yeah, it's broken.
There's one spot where it doesn't respond anymore. Because I play on right hand. I just poke it so hard that it just stopped working. It's amazing.
Yeah, I never played a DS because I still not back into games at that time. I think I was going through a long period of just watching people play.
Again, I did not buy that DS. I kind of...
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You lucky bastard.
Yes.
Yeah, none of my relatives were really into games. So, yeah, oh well. But yeah, I got back into Pokemon. Was it XY? XY then Sun Moon, right?
Yeah.
And Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got back into Pokemon during XY, which is
there's black and white as well.
I didn't play that. So, but I think XY was the height of 3D Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
So it changed to 3D.
Yeah, I stopped playing for so long. And when she showed me, oh yeah, this is Pokemon. I was like, what?
So I think I showed you Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And it's completely different from the normal 2D
The
ones.
OG. Because I think the last one I played was, still 2D. And it's not like the recent 2Ds as well, like the older ones. So he showed me, I was like, what is going on in this game? Why? What?
I unfortunately didn't enjoy Sword and Shield that much. It looked amazing. It wasn't the best graphics, compared to Zelda and stuff. It's nothing. I'm sorry, but it was it was open world, so I was just that's cool. You can run around and run into Pokemon, which got annoying after a while.
Isn't that every single Pokemon?
Yeah, but it's like everywhere.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool for my friends who hadn't, like, same as you, so they hadn't played like since the Pixel games, and then they actually got to see almost like Detective Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
So like you run around in open world and you meet Pokemon. So they liked it a lot. But actually, I know a lot of people don't like X and Y, but I really enjoyed X and Y and also Sun and Moon a lot.
The last time I played Pokemon was probably in DS. Yeah. Another game that I really, really like is Nier.
Oh yeah.
Nier Replicant or Nier Gestalt, depends on where you get the game from. Which is a OG series before Nier Automata. I played so much of that game on PS3, and that game was never popular until like Nier Automata came out, and then it's just everyone started talking about like, oh my god, yes, Yoko Taro's back and those kind of stuff, and it became one of the biggest hype train because everyone's like, why is this group of people raving about this game? And then they went to research, and it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I never played it myself.
The first one got remade.
Yeah?
Yeah, like the one I showed you.
Yeah. We just saw it in the store like the other day.
I'm not sure. Is it in Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah, question mark.
Not sure.
Because it's by Square Enix, so I'm not sure if it's But we can have a look.
Final Fantasy is in Steam.
True. We can definitely have a look because it's great. Like the first one is great. The premise is like, I don't even know how to explain.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. Basically, you either get to play as a dad or Oni-chan. The original,
Oni-chan?
yes, the original Japan release, you play as an Oni-chan, and the Western they got changed into dad because the director was like, yeah, the Westerns don't get the concepts of like,
Big Brother,
hot big brother saving his younger sister.
I feel like a lot of Western games are very dad focused.
Yeah.
Like in general. And it's always like all the
Like
dads
old
look
guys.
the same.
Yeah. It's like that game's amazing. It's set in somewhat same universe as Nier Automata. Not
yeah?
quite, but like
Is it
same
like
universe.
different timeline?
Yeah. Like thousands and thousands of years apart. And the game itself is actually a spin-off of a game called Dragon Guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never heard of this before.
Yeah, it's like almost Japan exclusive game.
I see.
It's very, very weird. And Yoko Taro just went wild.
The thing is, I never got to play the Nier games.
Mm-hmm.
I think just because I didn't have the right consoles to play it. But I used to watch somebody play it, but I never, because it's like for Automata, there's so many different endings.
There's 26 endings.
Yeah. So I never really got to, go through the whole thing because I wanted to know what happened,
Okay, like 26
so I would
endings.
just watch the endings.
There are only like 4 actual endings. The rest are like, jokes endings.
Like just running away.
For example, like say there's something like urgently that you need to go there, like story related. And if you were to run away from that area, you fail and you get an ending. And because like in Nier Automata, you play as a robot or android. If you eat fish, you die and you get another ending. Like, like most of the endings are like that. And if you didn't save before that, well, tough luck.
You have to start from the beginning.
Depends on where you last saved. But yeah, like so Nier Gestalt or Replicant, sorry, is very similar, but it's not as futuristic in a way. It's more like Gothic era. It's great. The soundtrack is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. It's I spent so much time.
Would you say it's your favorite game?
I would say I would put in one of my favorites.
What else is there?
Oh, I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. There's so many games that I like playing. Bishibashi. If you ever own a PS1 and you ever get to play that game, you know what's going on.
So simple, but so great.
Yeah. I love that game. What else? Yeah, I'd like so many games.
Would you say Destiny is one of your favorite games, like ever?
I mean, considering how much I spend, I probably have like over 1,000 hours on
I
that
would be
game.
surprised if you said no.
I play for stories, okay? No, I actually like really enjoy that game. But when Nier Automata first came out, I think I spent about 50 hours within like first week. And that's just so stupid. And I was in uni as well, so spending 50 hours just like that. What else? What's your favorite? Just give me time. I'm trying to think.
Like my all-time favorite game that I played?
Just anything that I can think of.
No, I thought of something really bad. No, I'm not going to say it. I'll say it later. But definitely Animal Crossing, just because it had such a good impact on my life, I guess you could say. So it's really heavy now that I say it out loud. It sounded better in my head.
It's like it saved you from the boredom of quarantine.
It just like, just the timing of it, as I keep saying it, but it's just
that's understandable.
Great. In terms of, like, it had an effect outside of just the game, which makes me remember it a lot. Probably Kingdom Hearts as well, just because I played it so much.
Oh yeah, I like Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, and
apparently the third one is horrible.
I haven't played it.
Neither. I own the game but never played it.
It was also kind of a situation where it affected like my outside life too, because I used to only play it together. Because the first game, because I didn't have a console at that time, so I had to go to my friend's place to actually play it. So it was like a community thing where you get to hang out.
I never get to finish the first game because, again, my English wasn't great. I could not speak English essentially back then. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. I just remember saying like, for the Japanese game, I just remember like, okay, this symbols means like, yes, this symbols mean no. Like that's it. Like I'm going by that. But yeah, I never get to finish the first Kingdom Hearts.
And then
say it.
I'm embarrassed to say it, but I know that a lot of people have been in the same situation as me. But I was really, really into Homestuck.
Huh? What? What?
If you know, you know. It's not really a game, but I would consider it a game because it's kind of a visual novel. That's it. Anyway, what is yours?
Oh no.
If you know, you know.
I'm gonna look it up later.
Please don't.
Rhythm Heaven probably is like one of my favorite as well. Oh yeah. In Nintendo, in Wii, have you ever played Wario Smooth Move?
No.
It's amazing. It's another.
I never even heard of it.
It's another rhythm game, but like the main character is like Wario. And some of the stuff are just stupid. Like it's like the entire game, which is quick time events. So let's go like you go to like stages, just like Mario like world, right? And then each stages will have different themes. Some of them will be like, oh, you know, you're just going to like set in disco, those kind of stuff. And then
you have to like complete different games.
Yeah, like mini games.
That Pokemon game that is like a party game that you play with many people.
What?
I think almost everybody played it. It's probably one of my favorites as well. The Pokemon game that you have to play with like multiplayer, and there's like different
Pokemon Stadium.
I think yes, it is.
Nintendo 64.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that game.
This iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic. It's so
that thing
good.
Like the teacher, like the direction, and then like the
Magikarp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you need to bounce to like hit the thing? Yeah.
So good. And the sushi.
Oh yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, I remember that game. I still have it if you ever want to play.
Sure. But I can't remember anything like the controls.
Let's hope that the cartridge still works. That's a name, cartridge.
The pronoun.
Yes.
What pronouns do you go by?
Cartridge.
Cartilage.
What?
Isn't it cartilage?
Do you mean the soft bone?
Isn't it cartilage?
Cartridge?
Isn't it cartilage? Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that's like a like part of body. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. This is what I get for making fun of your pronouns.
Yes. Where was I? What game was I talking about?
Wario?
Yes. So, the visual is amazing. No one talks in that game. It's just like everyone's just like, and they will show you like what movement you have to do with your controller. So like, and they make it like in a very zen like. So it's like a black and white water painting. It's like paper and it's like splash the elephant. And then there's just like a water drawing of this guy, bald guy, putting controller on the nose.
That's amazing.
And then the descriptions start like appearing like
the elephant. Point the forebaton forward with the end lightly touching your nose. Just as the mighty elephant uses its trunk to gorge on peanuts, so too will your new nose sustain you.
And then like right after you have to play mini games that you actually have to like do something similar. So you play like in a screen, you play as an elephant.
Oh my god!
like you're grabbing like an apple from like one basket to
So you have to,
the
like,
other
do
basket.
this?
So you're like, and then there's like so many other stuff,
That's great.
and it's like a rhythm game as well. And like the further you go, the faster it'll get. So you have to like, oh shit, is this one again? So like the next stage, it might features like
Another game.
the new
thingy?
one, or could be
Yeah.
the old one. So you have to react fast enough.
Yeah.
That game is amazing as well on Nintendo Wii. I never really got into Zelda games.
Me neither, unfortunately.
Like I would love to say like, oh, you know, this is one of my favorite, but no, I'm sorry.
All the Zelda lovers out there. I was too distracted with Pokemon to care about Zelda, to be honest. I was like, you know, collecting cards and everything.
Do you ever play Pokemon card game on Game Boy?
On Game Boy, no, I played it online. Like they had it was basically just like online card game, like PC.
Right. I bought the Game Boy version and had no idea how to play because I couldn't read English. Again,
It was really complicated. Like even
you need like an energy card to like stack it
Yeah.
up to like use the move. And like, what? This is the Pokemon I know.
yeah,
Just
no,
go, like tackle.
like when I played it with my friends, like in real life, we would just do whatever. We're kids, you know, just like, yeah, show your sword. Like, yes, this my
I challenge you to duel. Why are we like this?
I loved Yu-Gi-Oh too. Not game related.
I never got into the card game, but I did watch an anime.
Yeah, same.
Do you remember what happened in the first few episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh anime?
I only watched. I've only got into GX.
You should watch the first few episodes of the OG ones.
Why?
There was a thing called Game of Darkness,
Okay.
and it's not related to the card. Basically, the main guy, when he switched into like the Pharaoh version, he would kind of trick people into playing his game to like it's a karma game basically and punish these people. And the person would lose, and they would either get sent to hell completely or like lost their soul or go batshit insane.
Okay.
Yeah. And that went on for like first few episodes. There's
And then
even
it
like
just
board game.
changed.
And then it changed to like full on card.
So they did a JoJo.
I guess.
Or JoJo did that Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. So weird. Like I just remember like about this only last year. I was like, oh yeah, what the fuck happened to Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. GX was great. I love GX.
Did it have Blue's Eye White Dragon?
I think it did.
Nice.
I don't know though. Somebody's gonna be like, "No, it didn't." How dare you say that about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? Harmony.
What other games? Anything you want to mention?
Not really. I mean, there hasn't really been a lot of great releases lately.
I mean, I'm sure there are like pretty good games out there, but we didn't get to play. For example, God of War.
Yeah.
The new one that like people kind of went crazy about, where he stopped killing Greek gods and go to like Norse mythology instead. It's a single player game, so the new one's coming out, I think, earlier next year.
Okay.
Will feature Thor.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's my turf.
Yeah. Your gods are getting killed.
Yes.
Yes.
I never got into those games, so I don't know.
It was
anything
pretty
about it.
violent. I mean, God of War is pretty violent, but like this revamped, it's called installment
Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, Assassino.
Assassino. That was great. All of them were great.
I give you one more time to say it.
All of them were great.
The third one sucks.
I didn't play the third one. I only watched somebody play it.
The third one's horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it though.
Enjoy watching it?
Yeah.
Oh, the mechanics horrible in the third
Okay.
one. Because I played a little bit of the first one. I played the entire trilogy of the second one. I played the third one. Can't remember what the third one's called. The black dude. And then I played Black Flag. And then I stopped afterwards because like the main story is like
It just went haywire.
Yeah.
So I only
because Desmond, you know of that name?
yes.
Desmond, like the current timeline guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
like he basically like killed off that guy, and then like only focus of like the past.
I see.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
Because because this was during the time when I was only watching gameplay, but I really enjoyed it because I was super invested in the story
I hate the third one so much.
because of the mechanics.
There's something off with the mechanics of the third one. Like
Interesting.
the second one's amazing. Especially the Brotherhood. Can't remember what's the third one's called of the second. Because like NCO Auditore Difference. That one's great. Like that series is great. Because it's the first time ever that you actually created your own crew and you can send them off to like do other stuff. And like if you ever encounter too many enemies, you can just call them and just like have them assassinate. Like
Cool.
Yeah. So that was really amazing. And they developed the story so well. And the third one just went to shit. Yeah. And then the fourth one, you get to like be a pirate. So that's pretty fucking cool.
I think it's always easier to just watch it rather than have to go through it. But it's not the same impact, I would say. But it's still really fun to watch other people struggle.
It's definitely different because like each one, each player has their own play style. So there's so many times where like I watch this guy play and then he's just struggled in like one thing. And I was like, it's right there. It's freaking right there. Why can't you see it? And then sometimes when I play it, like I would get stuck on this one thing for like 20 minutes straight.
And somebody else just like floats through it.
It's definitely going to be like, if I was to make a YouTube video or like stream that.
It's right there.
Yeah, I would get scream as well.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely different playstyle. Some of the YouTubers I watch, like he explores every single thing. And some people just like monkey brain, just like
Felix?
cutscenes.
Are you talking about Felix?
No. Kajelberg.
He's one of my favorites to watch play games because of the monkey brain.
Yeah, he's monkey brain.
Yeah. I
Please-
think that's all I want to talk about.
Please
though.
play Dark Souls.
Okay, I will. Fine. We'll talk about it when I do play it.
Okay. Live stream it.
Do I want to though?
No.
Do I want to like publicly embarrass myself like that?
It's not about publicly embarrassment. It's more like
It's so long.
you rage quit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the first time I ever picked up Dark Souls, it's been out for like a while already.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, this game's on sales because, like, secondhands in sales buckets. Why not? This looks interesting. I even did watch the playthrough beforehand. I bought the game. It took me like an hour at least to get through the tutorial area. It took me about almost 3 hours. I could not get to the first boss. Right? I got so pissed, I returned the game.
You returned the whole game?
Yeah, I returned the game. Because it's like EB Games. In Australia, it's like GameStop. I returned the game. And then after I returned like that night, I was like, fuck, I can't do this. I went back to buy the game, this exact same copy the day after.
And then you just got into it.
And then I just powered through it. So I spent like a few more hours just to get to the first boss. After that, like it's kind of clicked. Like the mechanics. And yeah, I spent like probably like over 100 hours on the first one. And then the second one came out, I played that as well. Not that great. And then PS4 came out. So Bloodborne, I played that. And Dark Souls 3 came out. I played about half of the game and then my friend kind of borrowed it. And then I kind of lost my passion midway. So I kind of left it there.
Yeah.
And never really got back to Dark Souls afterwards.
It must be hard to get back into though.
Yeah.
It's so
Because like
labor intensive.
Because like after that, Sekiro came out and I didn't enjoy that. For some reason, I just did not enjoy it. And I just stopped Soul series altogether. What else?
I'm done.
You're done?
I'm done.
How long have you?
A long time. I was sitting here like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Oh, okay.
I got too into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
It's time to go.
It's time to stop.
It's time to stop,
All right.
but never stop gaming. Okay, let's go. I don't know what we're going to talk about like in next week.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Same as last time.
yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, bye. Peace. I don't need to. Live in
No, we still need to do it.
2.
We still need to do it.